I'm Fred Favors, and welcome to another edition of the Winning Zone Success Series, the motivational series that will take you to the stars. And today I'm speaking to teenagers, students across America. You've got something special in you, and you may not have seen it yet. You may only have seen a small snippet of what you could possibly become. Parents, I'm talking to you too, because you've got a lot invested in your child. How can we work together to make sure your child lives a very special life? Well, let me just tell you this. This is just to be real. Education in this country is falling behind most of the developed countries in this world. When you look at the Olympic Games and Olympic gold medals, the United States is usually number one. But you look at education, and the United States is falling back in the back of the room. Well, we've got to work together with teachers, administrators, with schools right here in the inner city. Not only here at East Valley High School where we're at, but your high school. And if we, as parents, and I'm a parent myself, we as parents sit back and relax and allow the school system to do all the work, we haven't done our job. So I'm going to talk about some things we can do. The 5 zones of success, whether you're an athlete, whether you're a student, no matter what situation is going on in your life, no matter what high school you happen to be at, success is on your mind. You want to be successful. You want to be an A student. You want a 4.0 average. Who wouldn't? But we're going to give you the formula today to get it done. And all you got to be is receptive to it. The 5 zones to success. If you got a pencil and a piece of paper, I want you to write this down. Let's give you the first one. The first zone is goal setting. Write down your goal, students. Write down your goal on paper. Become familiar with what you want to accomplish. I mean, you can't just wake up, you're going to school, you're sitting in a classroom, and you don't know what you want to do, or what you want to become, or what your goal is as far as your academic level is concerned. So write down a goal of what you want to accomplish, and think big about it. I mean, a lot of you have goals of just getting by. That's been the problem. A lot of you have goals of just doing enough. I know sometimes the kids come home from school, and as long as they've done their homework, they figure they're done. But greatness is more than that. If you're in math class and you're getting a C and you've done your homework, are you done? Not quite. You put in an extra hour and a half, the 2 hours of researching, of doing a little bit more. Because let's face it, you want a little bit more, so why not do a little bit more? And once you do a little bit more, you will be a little bit more. The second thing we want to do is the zone of excellence, the excellence zone. This is where you get into the art of working on your craft, working on what you want to become. You're a student. You're going to school every single day to make the grade, to become better in mathematics and science and history or whatever. But to become excellent, you've got to go to work at it. Now, many of you are going home, and as soon as you get home, you turn on the internet, you're watching television, you're kicking back. Life is good. But excellence is all about putting time into it. If you're not putting time into the thing that you're trying to be successful at, forget about it. The kid that told me he wants to be the next Michael Jordan. Well, if you're not willing to go out on the basketball court 3 to 4 hours a day after you've done your homework, after you've been serious about the work that you need to do, if you're not willing to go out 2 to 3 hours a day and say no to your friends, no to the internet, no to texting, if you're not serious about stepping into greatness, Michael Jordan was very serious about it. 2 to 3 hours a day or more. What did he have to give up to be great? He had to give up a lot of things that a lot of you are not able to give up right now. He was willing to devote his time to be great. Number 3, the seed of reading. And this is what changed my life. You see, you're looking at a guy who had a learning disability. I was a D, C student. Sometimes I get that red thing. But I changed that. Because what I did, I went to the library and just started reading. I would read everything I could get my hands on a daily basis. And I didn't know it at that point. But what I was doing was renewing my mind, exercising my brain, and my ability to comprehend things moved from mathematics to science to history just by exercising my brain. Oh, it's serious, folks. My wife looked at my college transcripts, and I was averaging a 3.0. And I was 1.7, 1.8 in high school. She said, what happened? I said, I started reading. Another powerful story is Ben Carson. A lot of you don't know about this. You may have heard of Ben Carson, the pediatric neurosurgeon, worldwide. When he was in high school, he was a D&F student. His nickname was Dummy. Always in trouble. But his mom did one supersized thing, and parents, you listen to this. What his mom did was she worked as a cleaning lady for a rich professor. The professor had books all over his house. He had books in front of the TV and just everywhere you could look in that mansion he lived in. And she asked him, do you read all this? He said, yes. So what she did was she took that mentality home. He played classical music. What are your kids listening to? So she took that mentality home and she told her kids, I want you to read 2 books a week. You get 3 programs a week you can watch. 3. You choose them. But there'll be 2 book reports a week on 2 books that you've read. Every week. That's about 8 books a month? He changed his life. He went from being called Dummy to now being one of the top pediatric neurosurgeons in the world, not just the United States. Number 4, oh, it gets deep, folks, it gets deep. Somebody's gonna be moving mountains with us. Number 4, attitude. What's your attitude, folks? I coach basketball again. You know, number one thing I'm looking for in an athlete when I coach them is their attitude. Talent is second. Attitude is first. I know a lot of coaches across America and teachers have the same mentality. I mean, I've had players that, I had one player that I told, I said, set a screen. We were in a championship game. I said, set a screen. He told me, Coach, I don't want to. So I sent him on the bench. So I told him about 4 minutes had gone by, and I needed him back out there, but I didn't want to let him know that. And I said, are you ready to set a screen? He said, yes, Coach. And he went in the game and set a screen right away, and the point guard went around that screen and scored an easy basket. Attitude, folks. Attitude is everything. How good your attitude is will reflect on your altitude of how high you go up. It's powerful, man. You have the right attitude. First, when I went to college, there were many athletes better than me, better skilled, faster. But I was from a place in Marion, Ohio, where we were taught to listen to the people in decision-making positions. I was just taught that. So I listened. I didn't grumble, I didn't mumble. I did what I had to do. I didn't expect to start the first game. But lo and behold, the coach called Fred Favors. You're starting at wide receiver. While 2 or 3 other athletes were much better than me, sitting on the bench. It was a surprise to me. But the reason he put me in there, and he didn't have to tell me this, but my attitude was much better than any of the players that were in front of me. And he knew, with my attitude being such, the way it was, that he and I had a lot in common. Attitude, folks. Work on that. Get that together. Number 5, the last zone. Catch this one. This is going to change your life. Believing in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will. Believe in yourself, no matter how many times you fail. You know how many great men and women around this country and around the world have failed zillions of times? and kept moving forward. You fail one time, 2 times, and you're through. You say, I can't do it. I want microwave success. I want to put it in the microwave and have it right away. It's not happening like that, folks. Your success may take a while, but you stay on it and keep believing in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in you. You can do it. You can be it. You can have it. But you got to believe. Only you and God will judge you based on what you're capable of, because only you and God know what's inside of you. Folks, believing in yourself is magic. There's magic in that. You give me a man or woman who believes in themselves and are willing to stake their claim, and I'll show you a successful human being. Again, the world expects you to fail. We are becoming a third world country because our education system in the inner city is not working. Because our parents, us parents, are leaving it up to the schools to educate us. Well, they can do a portion of the education, but we've got to provide most of it. Believing in yourself, folks, is real. Your parents may not believe in you, but you've got to believe in you. I'm Fred Favors. This has been a magic moment. We'll see you next week with another exciting edition of The Winning Zone.